is a database design. Then, however, so when we are using just the memory base, so our program language program can access the data and process the data directly. However, if we are using this one, so we need something new software to deal with such a data and the database. So that is called DBMS, so Database Management System. So Database Management System is a separate software to deal with, to handle such a the database, new database structure. Okay, so for example, MySQL, Oracle, Informix, and one is SQL Server. There are 100,000 more database management systems. So among them, we are going to use the MySQL in our practice, but it doesn't matter the database management system we use. So, however, each of them has not each of them, some of them has a different data structure, depending on how to consider the data. So for example, if we are considering data as a group, or sometimes it's called a set, or sometimes a relation, what we discuss later, this is a relational database model. Or sometimes if we consider data as the object, like the object-oriented concept, OOP, that you learn in your class. So this is an object-oriented database. If we consider data as a node in the network, okay, this is a network database. If you are considering data as the hierarchy, like the tree structure, it's a hierarchical database system. So there are many different ways to manage such a data, and there are many different DBMS types. So among them, we are going to use, in this class, relational database management system. So the first reason is the most popular, still popular, and it will be popular the next few decades or so. So, and this is a very standardized database structure. So if you learn one of the relational database management system, you can easily cover this one. So in this class, we will learn the relational, the database, the management system, and relational database model. So that is the overall thing that we are going to learn in this class and the last few minutes. Okay, any question? This is the overview, what we are going to learn throughout the semester. And also review of what you have learned so far. Okay, so if you are not sure, why don't you look back and remind what you learned so far. So especially database class is not a new subject. Okay, it's not separate subject. It's based on the other classes such as network, the computer architecture, and the programming that is combining all of these subjects. So it's very important to know about the basic computer science topic. Okay, then what we miss is the main part that we are going to deal with, the data and information. So what is the data and what is the information? Are they same one? Data is better. Better means in terms of what?
Bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah. It can be bigger.
It can be bigger.
Than
Can be bigger. I understand what you are saying. It can be kind of extendable.
yes.
Yeah. What about the information? Information is not extendable.
When the information gets bigger, we call it the data.
I think if you process the data, it becomes information. So they get structured and unstructured
So which one is the structure?
information.
Information is structured. So database is unstructured.
No.
So it's still controversial. So what is the data? What is the information? There is no clear definition, but think about it. I need the student information. What kind of student information?
Name, ID.
Everything. So she's so pretty, and she used something the different perfume, and he's very handsome. So but he got married. These are the information about the student, everything. But think about the student data. I need the student data, so I asked my GA. So why don't you bring the old student data? Does he collect such a thing? No, I don't think so. List of the name, list of the ID, list of the what? The grade. He will not bring whether he got married or not, right? So that's a little bit different. So in mine, it's my definition. So my definition of the information is everything. Okay? So information is everything in our real life. So it can be even the temperature, humidity, and about my feeling. So my first feeling of this class is very, very calm. Okay? So very, very, very the sophisticated. So it's my feeling. Just a feeling. It's the information. Okay? But if I collect the data about the student, or this class, probably I'm going to count how many students and how many of them are from the computer science, how many of them are computer engineering, and how many of them are undergraduate, how many of them are the graduate. These are the data. Means the information is everything, but the data is something specific or important or collection of the such things, okay, information. We are not going to keep all the information in our computer system. Instead, we'd like to keep something such data. So data is something important information that we are going to manage. However, it's a little bit controversial. Somebody said the information, that is a slightly different concept of the information. So you can get the information from after you process the data. Think about the object-oriented concept. When you learn the object-oriented concept, you are starting from the object. Object is the real thing. Okay? By collecting all the objects, you can define what? Class. Then, after you define the class, what you guys can do? Instantiate. What? Object. You can create the object. This object and this object are different. This object is in the memory. Okay? In the memory, you can create the object, then the return the address, reference, then you are able to access. So that is the similar thing. So information is actually information is everywhere, everything. Okay? That's from my old university. Every semester, beginning of semester course, then the domain. They still keep. I need to change it. I still use the Texas number. Okay, so these are the information, but this is not the same as I saw some of you guys already mentioned. The information is something processed data because it's a kind of knowledge from the data. So we are not going to cover this part, but nowadays this is also very, very important, the part of the computer science, like the machine learning, okay, or AI, the data mining. So after we process the data, we get the more knowledge or something decision, something more important information. So we are not going to cover this part in this class. However, we are going to cover this part, how to make the data from the information. Okay? In the real life information, how to collect the data. This is our goal of the database design. Okay? There are several steps. It's not at one time. There are several steps, so we will learn the step by step. Then one more thing, that is mostly the database design topic that are required for the undergraduate. But for in addition to that, so we are going to learn this one. So two manage such a data, we need a software, the database management system. This management system is not the simple software. It has several important parts. So we will learn such a important part like the query processing, query optimizer, and the transaction management, and so on. So we will learn this one in this class in addition to this. Okay, so I think that is the very brief introduction of the database design and the advanced database design course. I think that throughout the semester we will cover the most of the topic that I introduced very briefly. The next class, so we will start the chapter 1 and 2, and also I will introduce the semester-long project, which is individual, but based on the GCP. So please do not miss the next class. We will see on the Thursday. Any questions? Okay, thank you, and see you on the Thursday.